See that? Job 38, 31, and 32. Or loose the bands of Orion. So he's talking about these specific constellations, which are right next door to each other. Pleiades and Taurus. And then you have right next door the constellation Orion. So these are all biblical. It says, can you bring forth Mazzaroth in his season? Or can you guide Arcturus with his sons? Okay, so he's talking about Nocturus. He goes back to Boötes. So these three constellations are what are of particular interest here to God. Otherwise, he wouldn't have mentioned them. But here's what's fascinating. The Hebrew word for Pleiades. I want you to look at this. I have this in your notes. The Hebrew word for Pleiades is Kimah. And it's a cluster of stars. And it refers to 7 stars. 7 stars in particular. And look at 3558. It comes from the root word here, kumaz, which means to store away as a jewel, a treasure. And so here you see these 7 stars of Pleiades being stored away as a treasure in the constellation Taurus. Some of you are tracking. Now, let's keep looking. In Malachi chapter 3, verse 16 through 18. It says, that they that feared the Lord spoke often one to another, and the Lord hearkened, and he heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord, and that thought upon his name. And he says, they will be mine, says the Lord of hosts, in the day when I make up my jewels, I will spare them. How many of you want to be tucked away in the constellation Aleph? Taurus, the bull. As a man spares his own son that serves him, then shall you return, and then you're going to discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serves God and him that serves not. Look at Amos 5:8. See, this is the difference again between astronomy and astrology. Look what it says. Seek him that makes the 7 stars. Don't get caught up with the 7 stars. Seek the one who makes the 7 stars. And Orion. And turns the shadow of death into morning, and makes the day dark with night. That calls for the waters of the sea, pours them out from the face of the earth. The Lord is his name. So here you have the 7 stars or jewels, and what do you find in Revelation? In his right hand are what? 7 stars. This is referring back to Pleiades. Okay. You know what the Syriac name for Pleiades is? Sukkot. Oh my. Booths. And Sukkot is how many days long? 7. Now, what Pleiades means is the congregation of the judge. So these are the 7 stars in Revelation. This is the congregation of the judge or the ruler. This comes to us through the